Hey guys, Kaleidow here and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a speed build that has to do with my Oh My Goddess series. So before I get into the reasons why I have been on a bit of a Sims hiatus, because I know a lot of you guys have been wondering, where is Smitten? Where is Oh My Goddess? Well, I'm going to let you all know in this video, so please do stay tuned. But first of all, I just want to talk a little bit about this build before I get into all of the depths of where I've been. Basically, this is sort of inspired by the area. I think it's in Athens, or it's in a part of Apollo's temple in Athens. I may have this totally wrong and I'm very sorry if I do. It has been probably getting close to a month since I built this build, so it has been a while since I've looked up all of the inspiration pictures and all of the info that I had looked up for this build. So I'm very sorry if some of my facts are a little bit wonky. It's because it has been nearly a month. But anyways, this is inspired by the Oracle of Delphi, of course, which is a part of Apollo's temple, kind of. It's like in the same vicinity, which is kind of cool. I really want there to be a witchy group, maybe club. I don't want to say too many spoilers in my Oh My Goddess series, or in the season 2, whatever it's going to be called. I don't want to leak that just yet. But there is going to be some sort of group that possibly has to do with the Oracle, and they're going to, this is basically their hangout location, and I really wanted to make it something special, and I also wanted to use this middle lot on the bluffs because I just think it's so cute and petite, and I really wanted to do something special here that we will use a lot. Hopefully we will use a lot in the future. But yeah, what else did I have to tell about this build? Well, I did have a little bit of difficulties with the roof at first, but as you can tell, I got really creative with it. I had a lot of fun, actually. This is one of the first times doing the roof I actually had fun, because usually I get really confused and flustered by doing roofs, but I guess because this is a small build, I felt like I could get more creative with it, and it's more of a simple shape too, so I was able to work with it a lot more, and I got to put these adorable like decorations around those accents, like those border roof accents. Oh, I had so much fun doing this, and I just wish that those decorations were white. That would have been perfect. Okay, before I go into more detail where I have been, I also just want to say, kind of talk about what the Oracle of Delphi is. For those of you who don't really know who she is, or who it is, the Oracle basically is a person who foretells prophecies. So that is a big deal in like Greek mythology and that, and even Greek history. The Oracle was a very important person in history, well, in like Greek history. I do believe. I could be wrong. It has since I've read up all of this information, and you never know what information you read on the internet might be false or whatever, and you never know. I didn't get most of my information off Wikipedia. Don't you worry, I never really read Wikipedia, TBH. But yeah, I'm going to just make this center area, which is very muchly inspired by the Oracle of Delphi, where they have a center area where the Oracle actually sits, and people come to her and they give her gifts, and they either ask her questions or something, or she already knows they're coming. You don't know. It's very spooky. But I really wanted to implement that into this build, and I did try to make it circular just like it was in the actual photographs, but I wasn't able to do that, unfortunately. But oh well, I made do, and I'm really happy with how this build. But now that I've talked about what I want to that has to do with the build, I want to go on and tell you guys what has been happening on my end, because this is going to be a little bit of a chit chat build, and if I have to go and grab some water and have a little bit of sip while this video, like in this voiceover, that's because I have a little bit of a cold right now. I don't know why. I think it's because I've been packing a lot. Ethan and I are currently just about to move, so that is another thing that I need to talk to you guys about, probably in a separate video. But first of all, the big two questions that everyone has been asking me about: where is Smitten and what is happening with my Goddess LP? Like, what is happening? Okay, first things first, let's get the easy one out of the road. Smitten. So, what happened with Smitten was I was working very hard on my Goddess LP, my Oh My Goddess LP, like I am showing right now. I did a lot of building and editing of other people's lots off camera, and I was constantly saving, right? And what happened? This is like the most frustrating thing to say, because I know this is such a rookie simmer mistake, and I am so bad for this. I've done this multiple times throughout my existence. Oh my goodness, every time it's just as devastating to... I saved over my Smitten file. Just gonna get to the chase there. It took me so long to say. So yeah, I saved over my file. And as the saving file wheel was going around, I nearly had a heart attack because I knew what I had just done and there was no way to undo. So fortunately, I do have a backup save of Smitten, but it is not it's not as easy as you would think to get your backup saves, especially if you have more than one save in that file, because I don't know why The Sims is set up like this, but if you have multiple games, it doesn't separate them into folders or anything. It has them all in one folder, and you cannot tell them apart at all. Like, possibly by their file size, but not really, because there are just so many. And oh my goodness, and they're all called like slots and then a whole bunch of random numbers, and it's just so confusing. But also, it is a little bit out of date, those save files. They're probably 2 or 3 episodes back in Smitten, so I would have to catch up, which is totally fine. I've had to do that in the past. I'm just so bad with The Sims. I keep saving over it. Like, EA, please implement something to make it so it's harder for people to accidentally do that, because I am one of the victims of it. Anyways, it's going to take a while for me to find which file is mine, and I just haven't got around to it because I have been super busy. For those of you who watch my other videos, you would know I have been very busy launching my own Minecraft server. So Ethan and I, my partner and I, have done it all by ourselves with the help of the build team and some initial help, but we launched it all by ourselves. So that was a huge deal, and all of my time and energy went into that. Even my channel took a little bit of a beating because of that. I didn't really upload. I was just so focused into making sure that the server and all of the like marketing and the Buycraft and everything was set up properly. And all of you Simmers probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, I just want to let you know that I do have a legit reason. And yeah, I am back now because the server is up. It seems to be pretty good. Like, I have most of the graphics because technical stuff, and I do more of the graphic side, like graphic design side, and so like I still need to set up the forum, so that's a big job, but I got most of the other graphic things and like community event sort of stuff out of the way, so I have a lot more free time now. I have so much on my plate, but my Oh My Goddess LP is something that I'm definitely going, like, it's at the top of my priorities. That's why I'm uploading this video, because I just want to let you guys all know that I have put a lot of time and effort, and there is so much that I have to show you guys. You guys haven't even seen the world yet. I have basically replaced 90% of the houses in Windenburg, not with all of my own builds, but with some other creators that I'm going to be showcasing. One of those is Hattie Sims, and if you guys have not checked her out yet, you guys, where have you been? Go check out Hattie Sims. She is amazing. And also there are a couple other cool builders that I use some of their builds too, but I don't think they do videos, unlike Hattie. So, but I will be, I'll be crediting them, of course, in the first episode of the LP. But yeah, I think that is all of the Smitten stuff out of the way. But yeah, I was busy with my server and now I am back. I have a list right next to me so then I know that I'm talking about everything. So I have a lot to kind of talk about, but I don't know if I want to talk about everything on my list. I want to keep this video like not too confusing and overwhelming for you guys. Like, it's been so long. I just feel like I just want to say, how are you guys? And I also want to say a big thing. It's been a couple days since this happened, but we hit 100,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness, people. Subscribers are people. What am I saying? We hit 100K, guys. That is insane. I do have a video on the way. It's still in the production. I just really want to make it special and get it out for you guys ASAP. It's something that's really hard for me to do. But I've been wanting to share with you guys for a very long time. So, so nervous to show you guys what I've been working on, but hopefully it will be out by the weekend or next week. I'm not sure. I've just been so busy with the server and trying to get back on board with the series and stuff. I definitely want to focus a lot more on The Sims because I just feel like you guys enjoy it more and I enjoy it so much. It's where my heart is. And I've also started a new Minecraft series on my server, of course, but where a lot of my energy goes into that also. But yeah, I do want to focus on The Sims. I just feel like a part of me has been missing not playing The Sims, and I've been yearning to play for so long. Oh my god. But yeah, Oh My Goddess is postponed until further notice. It is not ending. I'm still working on it. I just have to finish making the Sims, the families. I have a huge storyline written up. It is not totally like set in cement, as they say, but I do have a good idea of where I want the storyline to go, and you guys will be a part of that. I will be reading all of the comments and suggestions to see, I want to see what you guys enjoy, and I don't want you guys to get upset with me with certain decisions that I make with the storyline, but I also want you guys to respect my decisions because I am a storyteller and I want you guys to, I don't know, admire my storytelling. That's not the sentence I wanted to say. I want you guys to, I want to be able to share my stories with you guys. That's what I was going for. Yeah, I just want to be able to, this is like a medium for me to share my stories with you guys. Know this, I'm not sure if I've told you before, but when I was little, I used to write huge manuscripts, like pages and pages, like A4 pages, probably 150 or so. I have them all in my cupboard. I used to write these huge elaborate stories, not for The Sims, just random dramatical, like supernatural stories back in the day, like when I was in grade 5 and 6 and 7. I was dead set, knew I was going to be an author. I knew I was going to get published somehow. I didn't know what type of medium, but in The Sims, I feel like I can really explore my story creativity, I suppose, just in a different way. Like, instead of writing it onto paper, I can make them kind of come alive in The Sims. So that's what I really love about The Sims, and I have a feeling that is that's the thing that initially drew me to The Sims. that I could tell my own stories and create these characters with their own lives and their own turmoils, and oh man, it just makes me like so happy just talking about it. Even just makes me want to giggle and just be mushy. I don't know. Oh well. So I'm going to talk about the build a little bit now that I think I've covered everything. I haven't said everything that I have on my list, but I do want to talk about the build a little bit. So this is a witchy sort of hangout, like I said, and that is why I sort of added on this kitchen onto the back of it, because I decided that it would be cool if they could do herbalism, and from what I remember, you do need a stove and a counter to do herbalism. Something that I just, oh my goodness, I just realized I forgot to put in gardens. Oh man, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to do that off camera now, aren't I? Well, I definitely want them to do herbalism. I also put some wellness skill stuff around the place. As you can see, the meditation stools there. Are they called stools, or are they called like sitting benches? I'm not sure. But yeah, I want them to do, like, we don't have a supernatural pack yet to work with, but I still think that I can do a lot, and through the use of cheats and also, I don't know, other things, there's like a lot of fun skills, and there's also some cool career paths. Like, I didn't know this, but the secret agent career leads to Oracle, which is so cool. So we are definitely going to do that with one of our Sims in the future. By the way, you guys just saw me before put in a steam like bubbler thing underneath the chair, and that has to do with a photograph, well, a painting, drawing that I saw of the Oracle of Delphi. It's actually a very famous encounter where while she was doing a prophecy, there was steam rising up from behind her or below her, and it was just this really iconic moment that will always be remembered throughout time. So I was so happy that I remembered that and put that into this build, because it kind of just adds that little bit more of ingenuity. Oh my goodness, I cannot word today. I cannot word because I haven't been able to record properly in days. I've just been like sicky, and I have like, I hate sharing gross things with you guys, but everyone gets them, okay? I've been getting some ulcers, and they are painful. I don't know why I've been getting them. I brush my teeth like every other human being, maybe even better, because I used to have braces, so I'm very, very finicky with my teeth. Like, I really, like, I cannot not brush my teeth. Like, I have to brush them. I know some people they're like lazy and they go to bed, they're like, oh, I can't be, I'll brush them in the morning. I cannot do that. I'm one of those people who cannot. So I don't know why I get ulcer, like I got an ulcer, but I did somehow, and now I have to deal with it, and it's so painful. It's even painful to talk right now, but I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for me too. I wanted to get this video out and kind of tell you guys what is happening. I feel like I've just been gone for too long. And I just put in some gates around the place because I wanted the whole lot to kind of feel enclosed and private, because they are witches, I guess. Well, they're not really witches. I want it to be kind of witchy, occult, but because of that, I wanted it to be kind of private. Yeah, really happy with how it all turned out. Also, another reason why I've put so much gardening in, because I've been watching I was watching Hattie a lot while I was building at the time. I love watching Hattie while I build. It's just like, Hattie, you have one of those voices that is just so easy to listen to. Oh, we're up to the screenshots. Anyways, because I've been watching Hattie a lot, I've been putting more effort into my gardens because I just love how overgrown they are. That was the garden, and now we are up to the kitchen, which is kind of plain, but I'm really happy with it because it was just meant to be simple. And then we have my favorite room, well, the favorite part of the lot. And look at the cute bubbles. I think I have to add the steam one there specifically, but that's okay. I'm really happy with the bubbles anyway. How cute are they? Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see what sim is going to be sitting in that chair. Oh my god, how prestigious. But yeah guys, that is the end of the build. You can find this on the gallery to download if you would like. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like and comment if you did enjoy this video. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you guys. Bye.